This is Excel simulation 1B. You can see that there's only 10 things that you need to do, not 17 in the first one. So I'll try to get through this in a reasonable period of time. So in cell B3, we want to click on quantity. Here is B3. We're going to type in quantity. And it tells me to hit the tab key, which I did. Average cost. Notice that it is moving over into cell D. If there was something in cell D, you would not see it. Hit the tab key. And let's type in retail price. So you can see now that it is gone. You're not seeing it in here. And then we hit the tab key again. And we're going to type in total retail value. And I think I need a capital T. And hit the tab key. And we're going to type in percent of total retail value. And hit the enter key. Everything else gets done for us. In a column heading area, point to the right boundary column A and drag to 215 pixels. So this is the border, and you can see the crosshairs. We'll drag it to 215, or attempt to. That's close enough. In cell A1, we're going to go to the review tab and do spell check, but I'm just going to hit F7 and see if it works. Otherwise, you can go to review and click here. So let's try F7, see if that works. Of course, we're going to find power. And it did. It worked for me here. So we don't want to choose ignore. We want to change it. Just like in Microsoft Word. So we're going to select B4 to D9. So it's B4 to D9. And then we're going to type in 125. Now notice it's still in B4. If I were to click here, the selection's gone. So we're going to do B4, again to D9. I'm not sure why they want it selected, but it said to select it, so I'm going to do it. Type in 125, hit the enter key, then 1125, hit the enter key, type in 450, the enter key, and it should actually go up top when we get down to B9. So let's see if that works. 07, 255, 215. Let's hit the enter key, and that's why you're selecting it, because it goes up top. But it does not explain it. I just happen to know that. 15 there, and filled everything else in automatically for us. So now we're going to multiply B4 times D4. So we want to be in E4. So what we want to get is B4's got the quantity and D is the retail price. So I'm just going to hit equals B4. And I'm not doing the plus, I'm doing the times, which is the star. And D4, hit enter. And then we're going to just drag it down to E9. Now notice that this is B4, D4, this is B5, B6, and so on. We're going to now eventually learn what is absolute reference, which you'll see in a second. So we want to select B4 to B9. And we want to do, in the number group, we're going to do the comma. It's going to automatically put in 2 decimal places, then we're going to get rid of it. So I'm going to click in the comma. Notice that it's got 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 in here. So we're going to choose the decrease, which is this. If you forget which one, here's increase and here's decrease. Just hold your mouse over. And boom. Okay, we want to select the range E4 to E9. And now, if you have a Mac, you're not going to have the quick analysis button here. That's not a big deal, because I'll show you how to do it without it. So you're going to click on totals here, and it's sum. If you don't have this quick analysis button because you have a Mac. Of course, you will have it on the simulation, but if you're doing your capstone and it tells you to do it, don't worry about it. Just go up to up here because we're doing sum, average, count, total. The only difference is there's an optional feature that lets it go to the right instead of down. So we're going to click on sum, and now we want the comma style from C5 to E9. So C5 to E9, just click on comma. What did I do wrong? By the commas E5 to E9. So what did I do wrong? C5, and that is right. C5 to E9, and apply the comma styles. So I thought I did that. It does not like that. So I must have something selected wrong. C5 to E9. I did 4, that's why. C5 to E9. It would be nice if it did tell you what you did wrong. So that takes care of that. Now we're going to select the non-adjacent ranges C4 to E4, which is here, and then E10. So we'll just hold down the control key and hit E10. And then we want a counting number format, which is this. And in E10, so we'll click on E10 because the others are still selected, and we're going to do a total cell style. In F4, which is right here, we're going to type in the equal sign, and then we want E4, which is this. So now we're going to get a percent in here. So we have, do a divide. Now if I click on here, and notice that if I don't make it what's called absolute, when I go down, it's going to do E5 by E11, E6 by E here. We want here it be strictly always E10. So I'm going to hit the F4 key, or you can put dollar signs in front of it. The F4 key will be, this is the one that we're active right now, we'll put dollar signs in front of it. So that means do not adjust the E or the 10, the row 10. So that will take care of that. I'm going to hit the enter button. And so we're going to copy the formula down to F9. So notice that it's still E10. I didn't get a chance to show you, but actually we probably can do it in here. So notice that this is E10, this is E6, but that stays E10. So we're going to click in cell B5, and we're going to change the value to 995, and you'll notice that this will change automatically. So you can see this change and the percent change. Edit the value in cell D8 to 150. So let's go to D8. Now there's two ways to edit. You could just retype it, or I can click right up top here and delete this 9 and make it an 8. Whatever way is more comfortable for you. Edit the worksheet subtitle by adding validation. Now here, you want to do it in the formula bar. So let's go to A2. And what we're going to do here is add the word validation. I'm going to put in a space. You could edit it by hitting the F2 key as well. Obviously, I spelled this wrong. Valuation. And then we're going to edit the column title in B3, which is by adding to the word quantity. So what I'm going to do here, instead of typing up top here, I'm going to hit the F2 key. And notice that it brings me to the end. If I didn't hit the F2 key and started typing, it would replace the quantity. So here I'm just going to do in stock. And notice that as I type, you can see it in the formula bar. This being the formula bar up top here. All right, we're almost done. We just have 4 more to go. Select F4 to F9. So F4 to F9. And we're going to do a percentage. And then we'll increase it by 2%. So you'll see, so I'm going to click on percent. And it just gives you no decimal places. So we want to add extra decimal place. So we'll just increase by hitting it 2 times. With the range F4 to F9 selected, do the alignment is center. With the left point to row 3 heading, display the pointer, then right click on the shortcut menu and insert. So this is the row 3 heading right here. Notice these are the column headings, these are the row headings. So I'm clicking and you'll see everything gets selected. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to choose insert. It'll automatically add a row on top for me. So in A3 we're going to type as A3 here is as of September. Now notice that row 4 became row 5 became row 6, and so on, because we added 1 and 3, it shifted everything down. So we'll click in here, and then we'll click enter on the formula bar here. Keep it active. Then we're going to do the merge and center. So we want A3 to F3, and we'll do merge and center. Apply heading 2. So we'll go to cells, styles, and heading 2. Point to column B heading, right click to insert a new row to the left. So we're going to do, if I wanted to insert it between B and C, I would click on this. Just remember, it inserts to the left if you're doing columns. So again, we'll just click on insert. And it inserted this stuff and added this for you automatically. Obviously, when you do this on a worksheet, it's not going to happen. Point to column D, right click, and from the short menu, and click delete. So here we're going to right click, and we'll choose delete. That gets rid of that column. Select columns B through F, so B through F, and point to the right boundary, and let's drag it to 95 pixels. So let's do one here, and hit 95. So that adjusted even the wider one. That's why I didn't choose B, because it was already wide. Select B4 to F4. So here's B4 to F4. And we're going to do wrap text. Now notice how this is all kind of hard to read. When we wrap text, you'll see it'll bring in different lines. So it'll break it up for you. So we're going to go to the alignment group, which is right here. And we'll just choose wrap text and see how that works. Now this is where making it on center align, and it's actually middle, it's much better. So here we're going to do center align because it tells us to. And then we're going to do the middle, which is right here. Remember, top, middle, bottom. So you'll see it looks much, much nicer. With B4 to F4 selected, we're going to do under titles, we're going to do heading 4. And click cell A11. And we're going to do a theme style 40% accent 1. So if you don't see what you want, just click down here a little bit more. So here's 40% accent 1. Select B5 to B10. And we're going to do alignment center. You can also hit Control E. And this is the last one. So now we're going to go to the Page Layout tab. And we're going to choose Colors. And we're going to choose Green, which they claim is the 8th. I'm just going to go where it says green. And that is everything. So that is simulation 1B for itself.